I'm standing here with Tamika Irvin, our figure overall champ and new IFBB pro. I know you like the sound of that.
Yeah, I do.
You know, when I saw you on stage, I said to everyone around me, and I even wrote it in my play-by-play, you probably read it, best conditioned athlete in the show, and that doesn't always win, but today it did.
Yeah, it did. I definitely came here last year thinking bigger was better, so I wanted to be bigger. But the way they were judging, I'm kind of glad it wasn't.
Now, last year, was it true you were last year?
I got my butt handed to me
Last?
this year. Yep.
I love to hear that.
Last.
I love to hear that. You know why? Because I just interviewed a girl who did 2 shows, and she's been training 6 months, and she won the bodybuilding overall. You had to suffer. Suffering is good for the soul.
Yeah, it is.
And today's your birthday.
Today is my birthday. I'm 24.
Wow. What a birthday present that is.
I know.
It like, couldn't have been written better if you tried, right?
No, not really. I had no idea this was coming.
Where are you from?
Denver, Colorado.
The Mile High City.
Yep.
And, you know, training up there, you know, there's a lot of champions that have come out of Denver, you know, that Armbrust gym area. Where do you train?
I train at 24, and then I head down to Armbrust to get my posing on with all the pros.
How long have you been doing this now?
For a year.
Oh, so you are a newbie then. Okay.
Yeah.
But you were here. Now, what made you decide to do Nationals after, because it must have been your first or second show, Nationals. Last year was.
Oh, yeah. Last year, I don't know. I just wanted to go for the experience, see what I could do. I got my butt kicked, and that sucked. I was like, man, I don't want to do this. And then, of course, I lied to myself. I was like, dude, I want to get better.
So what was the plan? Once you left here last year, obviously disappointed, you go home and you say to yourself, am I good enough for this? What makes you think, you know what, I am good enough, I just need to have a different game plan?
No, I went home and I told Jason, my coach over there, I want to be bigger. Those girls in Miami were huge. I need to be jacked.
So what did you do? How'd you do that? Were you training super heavy like a bodybuilder?
Yeah. Heavy reps, heavy, just heavy everything. Reps, sets.
When I saw you on stage, maybe Johnny could pan down, flex those legs. You had like cross-striated quads on stage, I saw, and you were just standing there in the lineup. I'm like, holy mackerel.
Good.
I was worried. I said, oh, I hope they don't count that against her. I said, I like the way that looks, though.
Thanks, me too.
Now, you had to kind of work your way up the lineup in your height class. It wasn't a foregone conclusion you were going to win, but it seemed like the more they posed you, the more they kind of moved you toward that middle.
Yeah, it was definitely nerve-wracking. Obviously, like, everyone wants to be in the middle. So I was like, well, I'm just out here, do what I can. So I did what I could.
You win the overall. When they called your name out, were you surprised?
Yeah, I was. Did you see my face? I almost went the wrong way on stage.
Now, talk to me a little bit about what you do outside of bodybuilding, outside of, figure.
Oh, outside of this, I go to school, I work. I'm a jar fit personal trainer, so I get to train people and help them reach their goals too.
Wow, guys must love to train with you. You must have a huge clientele.
Yeah, I do. They want legs like mine.
I think they just like to look at you. That's why they probably train with you.
Maybe. I'm pretty nice to look at.
You are very nice to look at. Now, where do people, like, what like is your qualifications to be a trainer?
I got my certification through the National Council of Strength and Fitness.
Oh, so you just went and got certified and started training people?
Yeah, I did.
What attracted you to the personal training field?
Jason Allen Robinson, my trainer, he's made such a huge impact on my life. I want to have the same impact on other people's lives.
That's awesome. And are you training people at 24-hour fitness?
Oh, no, that's illegal. Or they don't allow that.
Oh, so where do you train your people?
At the Jar Fit Training Center.
Oh, the Jar Fit Training Center. This girl's got a great personality. Maybe you should go into broadcasting.
I know, right? No.
Too bad she doesn't live in New York, Johnny. We could have her on Muscle in the Morning.
Oh, dang, I'd come.
We'll invite her. We'll invite her down to the studio for a live interview.
Please.
With Dave Palumbo.
Okay, I'm in.
Tell us something we don't know about you.
I have a master's in criminology. I just got that in May.
Really? So why aren't you going into criminology? What is criminology?
It's a study of crime, and basically what I can do with that is be a cop, and I don't want to be a cop.
What about track down serial killers? That sounds like what, like getting to the mindset of the serial killer.
Right? That would be interesting. I don't know. I'm going to go get a doctorate in sports psychology.
A doctorate? Wow.
Yeah, in sports psychology.
So you're really smart then, huh?
Kind of.
You're like she's like an overachiever, as I call them. All these women I interview are overachievers. That's good, though.
Yes.
And only 24. Amazing. Are you single?
Huh?
Are you single?
No.
You have a boyfriend? Husband?
Yeah, I do. Boyfriend.
Well, you better give us his name then.
His name is Jason Allen Robinson.
Oh, that's your trainer too. Wow.
Yeah, it is.
Guys, sorry, off limits. He trains her and he dates her. That's invincible as far as I'm concerned.
Right?
Well, you won here very convincingly. Have you thought about what you might want to do next year in the pro ranks?
I definitely want to see if I can go to the Arnold. I know there's a show in Puerto Rico I definitely want to go to.
Well, Johnny Styles is smiling because he's like the Puerto Rican rep.
Good, I want to go. Like, get me in.
I'm sure they'll take you in Puerto Rico. Arnold might be more difficult, but you never know. Give us a couple of those dance moves. Take us out. Tamika Irvin, our figure overall champ here in Miami, Florida.